This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, it's a general concept, not related to Jenkins. Okay, so related to ports. Okay, so I hope everybody knows what is port number, right? So port number is nothing but an entry point, maybe door to that particular application in any Linux box or Windows box. Here, what will happen means some applications have the common ports like Jenkins and Tomcat. So both has 8080, right? So in that case, like the Tomcat and Jenkins, I cannot install. I can install, but I cannot start them because both are running with 8080 port itself. It is not possible. Okay, so either Jenkins port I have to change, or else that Tomcat port I have to change. So definitely for any application, you would have one configuration file, right? So either I have to open Jenkins configuration file or Tomcat application configuration file and change that port number. That is what the alternative. Okay, if you want to install both of them in a single server. Otherwise, you can install both of them in separate, different server. That would be fine. Okay, it's up to you. Anything is your wish. But generally, in real time, we would install all applications in different servers. So, madam, are
What
you
is the
sharing your screen?
alternate? It is sorry, I did not hear. What is the alternate for that? Like, how could you make it possible if both the applications are on the same server?
You have to change the port number for one of the applications. So, definitely every application has one configuration file, right? Okay, you have to find out what is the configuration file for those
Okay.
application. Open the configuration file, and in that somewhere you can see the port number. Listen option. You have to change that option. Then in that way you can run both the application in a single server.
Okay, sir.
Either Jenkins one you have to change, or Tomcat one you have to change that port number. It's up to you. Got it?
Amal, you made me the presenter, but you made like the other one is the one that I'm trying to share.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, so yeah, I made you as a presenter. Now open your screen.
Is it
So have you
suggestible?
changed it?
Is it
So which
suggestible
one you?
that we change the port number?
Obviously. So if at all there would be some requirement, definitely I can change it. Definitely. So you can change it. There's no like a point of again security. Anyway, so you need one port, right?
Okay.
Definitely it's suggestible. You can do it. It's not a big deal. So have you changed it, madam?
No, Amal. Like I was just. Is it server.xml? I can't.
Just Google it. It's very easy. Just go to Google and what is the Tomcat configuration file? Just search with that.
Okay. It isn't just in server.xml, so I'm thinking it is
Okay.
there.
Okay then. Yeah, it's there. So guys, many times I'm saying uh, just Googling is also one of the skill. You should be able to search whenever. So simply client will give his requirement. He don't know that. whether that is possible or not also. He will say. So let me give one example. Let's assume that I have one EC2 instance. Okay, so I want to create one replication server, means one more EC2 instance, and both should have the same applications. Whenever I do some changes in a first server, the same change should be available in second server also. Simply we'll say I need that replication. He don't know whether it's possible or not. Simply he will give the task to you. You have to complete that. At least you have to say this is not possible. So after all your research R&D, okay. So that is how DevOps will be. So, but here the main concept is, main thing is you should be able to search Google. If you don't know that part, definitely you'll be behind your career. Please make sure that. So which port you used?
Oh, I said 8081.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Okay, now click on Manager app. So have you integrated all this stuff with your Jenkins? I mean, Tomcat, Sonar,
No,
Nexus.
no,
Oh, you haven't
and
done that. Okay,
I
maybe
just
then that's fine. Leave it. Okay. So again, this integration and all, it will take some time, right? We'll go
okay,
with pipeline itself, yesterday's one. So, or else,
okay.
guys, anybody has your own setup? I mean, any complete setup? Anybody? Maybe Shilpa. You don't have the setup, guys?
No, no.
Okay. Okay then. No problem. Today, so guys, any doubts in the pipeline syntax? Yesterday I have showed pipeline syntax, right? So any doubts in that? Are you clear about pipeline syntax? So step by step, stage by step, we have to add. First stage, checkout stage. Second, build stage. Third, Sonar stage. Fourth, Nexus stage. Fifth, Tomcat stage. Sixth, notification stage. Like this, this is just a sample end-to-end one, guys. So here, how can I know that? What are the stages I should have here? What are the steps I should have it in a Jenkins means? It's completely based on your project. So what exactly you want to automate? You have to talk to your teams like developer, application team, database team, what exactly they are doing, where they are doing, when they are doing. Okay. So now go back to your Jenkins console. Yeah. Open your pipeline script. So today, guys, I want to show one more type of script also. I'm sorry. So parameterized concept is also there. I want to show that first. Parameterized. But can you go to general job, not pipeline? After that, we'll come to pipeline step. Go to Jenkins. Go to the freestyle job. So anybody can explain what is parameter, what is variable? Anybody knows the definition, guys? What is variable?
Parameter is something that can be like you are defining it with a name, but it can have different values, which is a variable.
Exactly. So guys, what about others? Any definition? Easy definition. Anybody?
Hello, Amar.
Okay. Yes, Nagaraj. Tell me.
Means, we can store the values dynamically.
What is the purpose? Why I should create a variable?
Means instead of hard coding, we can store in variables.
Exactly. Good. Okay. So guys, I'll give you the clear definition for variable. The variable in the name itself, it is stating that a value can be like multiple values. So it's not a single value. So I'll give you a simple definition. So what would be the like reason? Okay. Here, let's assume that in my job. So which branch you are taking? So can you little bit scroll down? Can you show me that SCM step?
It was about no.
Yeah. Here, guys, as part of my requirement, it's up to you. So here, just example purpose, I am using master branch. Okay, it can be based on your requirement. It can be future branch. It can be like a development branch. It can be the QA branch, right? Based on your requirement, you have to. But in some cases, okay, your development will guys who are like a man for which purpose you are writing this job, they will tell you. So I don't want a particular branch here. Okay, so it should ask me to provide the branch name at runtime. He will ask you sometimes, like he has multiple branches. He don't know what exactly, where exactly he want to update the code. So based on his requirement, he want to do like changes to different branches. Okay, and my job also should ask me in which from which branch I want to get the code. Here I hard coded, right? Can you scroll up? I need that SCM step, not pole SCM step. So guys, understood what I am saying? One scenario I'm just telling you. So here already we created our job. So but every time it is getting the code from master branch only. Yes or no? But let's assume that your developer don't want to get it from master. He don't want to hard code this value. He want to get it at runtime. So it's based on his requirement. Definitely there would be some such kind of situations for you. Okay. So this job is for his purpose only, right? Not for our purpose. Obviously, whatever he will ask you, that one only you have to configure. It's not your wish, right? It's based on
Amar?
his requirement. Let's guys, please be in mute.
Yeah, Amar, actually, I could hear a lot of noise. I don't understand when you're speaking. Could you please make everyone in the mute, please?
Sure. So guys, everybody, can you be in mute? So are you able to understand others? I mean, I don't know for others. Guys, are you able to hear me properly? Any disturbance from my end?
No,
N-
it's okay for me.
Actually,
No
I
means
think
no
when
disturbance
Sarojini is
or
on, I could hear that noise.
okay, I'll try to be unmute.
Okay, thank you.
so so was it clear whatever I told till now? So you want me to repeat again?
Yeah, it was okay, but the problem was there were heavy glitches which was disturbing your voice. But I think it is okay.
Okay then. Yeah. So guys, everybody be in mute. So I'm repeating again one more time. So I'm talking about the variable concept, guys. It's a general stuff. Variable is in real time in your like real time. N number of times you will use this word variable. It's a common terminology. Variable means that variable may have multiple values based on your requirement. So if at all wherever you require, instead of hard coding, you will provide a variable concept. So you can change those values at later point of time. That is called as variable. I'll give you the scenario. Maybe after that you can understand what is variable. It's a general concept, not related to variable. Sorry, Jenkins. So now I am showing how to create a variable in Jenkins. Okay, that is what I'm showing now. Yeah. So as I told you, till now, okay, this is the job you created for one of the developer. Let's assume that Shilpa is a developer. Okay, she asked me, I don't want to hard code this branch. So right away, every time it's taking the code from master only. Right? Can you highlight that master part here, sir, madam? See, it's taking the code every time from master only. If you do any changes to the other branch, definitely it won't take. Right? Either I have to create one more job for that purpose. If you want to get the code from a new branch instead of this master, I have to create one more branch for dev, maybe for future branch, whatever you need, right? But let's assume that Shilpa don't want to create one more branch. The same build steps I need, but I want to provide. Shilpa wants to provide his, her value at runtime. Okay, so she has future branch, dev branch, QA branch, production branch, master branch. Okay, she don't want to hard code this value. She don't want to get every time from master itself. Based on her requirement, okay, she may have like done changes to QA. She may have so don't say like we don't do changes directly to QA and all. That's a later part. But now I am saying that Shilpa has that requirement somehow. I don't know why she is doing and all. It's out of matter now, right? Now Shilpa is a developer. Whatever she say, I have to do it. Now Shilpa is saying that I don't want to hard code this job. Okay, I want to give my branch name at runtime. So that is the one of the scenario. Not only branch. Okay, here I am giving the example for branch, but it can be any other stuff. Or I'll give you 2, 3 examples so that you can understand. First, so in this case, what I will do? Can you remove the master one? Just master only. Don't remove the control Z. Yeah, // instead of master, just use dollar. So remember this, guys. Whenever you see dollar symbol anywhere in Linux machine or in Jenkins, dollar means it is a variable. So some branch. Now branch is the variable name. Branch. Give it branch. Yes. No, just branch. Yes. So I'm not giving any particular branch here. Instead of master, I'm not giving master, I'm not giving future branch, I'm not giving any other branch. Simply dollar branch I given. Okay. Now I have to define it. Okay. So scroll up little bit. Now I have to define from where I have to pick this branch. Scroll up. Here there is an option called this project is parameterized, right? Can you click on that? Yes. You have multiple types. Let's see string parameter. Yes. So I'm defining it now. So what is the variable you given at bottom? Branch, right? Not dollar branch. Just branch is your parameter name. Okay. So dollar branch means I'm calling it. Now as of now, just leave it everything. Save it. Save it. Nothing. No values required here. Okay. Save it. Now see here, guys. Here I have the different option now, not build now. Build with parameters, I got it now. So when I trigger this job, just click on it. See, now it will ask you at runtime. So which branch you want to give? From which branch you want to get the code? Is it master branch? Is it child like future branch? It's up to you. So Shilpa asked me, I created a variable. Shilpa will give that. And just it can be any branch. Master branch, you can. So here what will happen? When you run this job, this branch variable will be replaced. Dollar you so did you remember in branch place I given dollar branch instead of /master I given dollar branch there. So it will replace that branch with master. because you are giving master here. Here, whatever the branch you given, that branch, like from that branch only, you will get the code. So guys, this is one of the example. As she requested, okay, I did not hard coded. I created a variable, and now onwards, Shilpa can provide the branch name whatever she needs. Okay, now maybe you may think that in that case, every time she has to log into Jenkins and she has to provide it manually, right? How can it be like again? It would be the automation, right? It's a manual task again. Yes or no? So again, there is one workaround. Can you go back? Go back to the configure step again. There is a workaround for that. Instead of giving manually, I can do one thing. Come down in a default value option is there, right? I can give most probably what is the branch I would take. Maybe. So again, out of 5 branches, just assume that Shilpa has 5 branches. Most probably the code would be on master only. Just assume that. She will do most probably on master itself. Only very rare cases she would go with a future branch, she would go with dev branch, she would go with QA branch. So in that case, what I can do here, I can give default value as master. Okay, and whenever I do some changes to master branch in the like GitHub, automatically this will be build will be happen. But whenever you want to do it manually, again you have to come here, build with parameters, change the build number, change the branch name, maybe whatever the branch you need. So just give master branch as of now. It's up to you. Whatever the branch default value you want to have, it's up to you. But later on also you can change it. Save it now. Now onwards, it will take the default branch as master, but you can change it at runtime again. Build with parameters. See, it's showing directly master, but I can change it if at all required. So this is what variable, guys. So variable means it may have multiple values. In that case, I will use variable concept. So I'll show one more type of variable also. Go back to configure. Yeah. Go back to configure. So whatever the parameter you configured, this is called a string parameter. Okay. So you have to provide your values at runtime. Now close this. Cancel that cross mark. Let's create one more type of parameter. One more is also there. Add parameter, choice parameter. Go with choice. So what is choice means? Again, the parameter is same, branch only. And the choices, you will provide all your choices, master, dev, QA, something like whatever the branches you have. Line by line. Next line. Next branch. Do you have these branches in that repository? I don't know. I don't think so. We have this many branches. Yeah, example I'm showing. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Shilpa has to provide that whatever the branches she need. From where? So what would be the choices? Okay. So you have master, dev, future. It's up to you. Shilpa has to provide those GitHub branch details. She will provide all the branches from where. What would be the choices? Okay. How many choices she has? All the choices line by line she will provide. Okay. Now save it. So you provided 2 choices. It's up to you. Build with parameters. See. So by default, it will take master. If at all, if you do some changes in master branch, so automatically this job will be triggered. But if you want to go with any other stuff, you have to come here. The same job I'm running with multiple branches here. I don't need to create one more job for that purpose. So did I created any more job? In the same job only, I'm calling multiple branches. So if you have requirement, I have to do like that. Otherwise, so like if you want to go with different jobs, I don't need to create a variable for this branch. I'll show you one more example. I'll give you one more scenario. Leave it about branch. So you want to go with only one branch only, master or dev or future. It's up to you. Shilpa wish. And apart from that, let's assume that okay, you have your Tomcat servers. I think Shilpa asked sometime, or maybe initially, I want to deploy my application in different Tomcat servers. Who asked some time back? Did you remember? I want to deploy in many machines, or maybe my own machine.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what?
it's me. It's me.
Whatever the mission. Yeah, some time back, right? So here again, I can go with variable. What I can do. So the Tomcat IP address somewhere. So in pre-start, did you remember? So we have given STP command in build steps. So maybe let me run that command. Let me show you that command. So just a minute. Did you remember while integrating a Tomcat server, we ran this command scp at .var file. Okay, so maybe student tab .var student app.var file. That full path, actually you have to give full path space Tomcat IP address colon that web apps folder, right? We are given like this build step while integrating Tomcat with your Jenkins console. This command I added into my build step. So guys, did you remember that? So I given an IP here, Tomcat IP address, where my Tomcat is running after I integrated my Tomcat. So that what happened every time once the build is happened, that var file build is happened. So that var file will be copied into your Tomcat web apps folder. Just randomly I'm giving some folder name. So here you should use the full path of that web apps folder, as well as where this var file is also available. That path also you have to give full path. Okay. Here just assume that I do have 5 Tomcat IP address. Five for my dev server. Okay, for my dev environment, I do have 5 Tomcat servers, not one. Okay, your Shilpa wants to do it. Shilpa wants to do it like on her own decision. So every time, maybe when she wants to provide the Tomcat IP, Tomcat server detail at runtime again. So in that case, what I will do? Instead of providing the IP address here directly, instead of hard code directly, what I can do? Again, dollar Tomcat IP. Okay, so I'll just give something like this, dollar Tomcat IP. This is the variable. Again here, Tomcat IP is the variable, not actual value. Again, what I have to do? I have to create choice or that string parameter. If you want to give manually, you have to go with a string. If you want to provide choices, already you know 5 variables, like 5 Tomcat server IP address. Again, why should I copy paste every time? Simply I can go with choice. And by default, the first one is the default one in your choice. If you don't give anything, directly it will take the first one itself and build the application. So this Tomcat IP, you will get it from that parameter, whatever the value you given. So that is how parameters works. Okay, if some maybe component has multiple values, in that case I'll go with parameter. Again, let's assume that maybe file. I want to create one file in my build steps. Okay, but dynamically at runtime I have to provide that file name. I don't want to create on its own. I don't want to hard code like touch Amar. So I want to create that file for some reason. So what is the reason? Don't ask me. Shilpa asked me that I want to create a file at runtime. I don't want to give hard code every time whenever my job is triggered. So I should provide the value, or else it should take it from variable concept. Okay, so again there are some predefined variables also, guys. Like I want to create every time I build a number, I want to create a file. Okay, I'll show you. Madam, can you share your screen? I'll show you this like predefined variables also, so that it will be very easy. So show your screen. Can you go to Jenkins job? Come down. Go to build steps. Okay, write down next command. Touch. So here, if I give any file name, every time that file itself will be created, right? But I don't want to give for some reason. Okay, I want to use variable concept again. Dollar. So you want to provide it runtime, or do you want to get it by default? So again, there are two types of variables, guys. One is user provided variable. One is predefined variable. So I'll show you both. First, let's give user provided variable. Something maybe file name. File name. So next command, one more command again. Touch space dollar build underscore number. Capitals, all caps, all caps. Build underscore number with curly braces, open and close. For the first one, it is not required. No, not required. Only for like a predefined number. So do I know what is the build number? If I want to automate? No, right? Every time a new build number. So this time, what is your build number? Maybe 10th. Next time 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Here, this build number is already available variable in Jenkins. So build underscore number is the available predefined number. It will pick your actual number. How many builds happened, right? What is the current build? That build number it will replace here. I'll show you and scroll up little bit. Actually, here one more thing, one more option I have to say. This is not related to parameter. What I'm just scroll up a little bit. Clean up your workspace. That is the best option every time. Here itself. Not build. Come down. Build environments. Build environments. Yeah. So delete workspace before build start. This is general concept, guys. The best practice is delete your workspace. That direct every time you're getting the code right into the workspace. So delete that. Clean up that workspace. That is what this option. So that you will get every time the fresh workspace. The same workspace only. Same directory only will be recreated every time. That would be fresh. So that the best practice is this option. Okay, now scroll up.
So when you say workspace, it's the Jenkins workspace where it's cleaning up before doing a new build.
So Jenkins workspace in the sense where your job is getting your code. So generally, let's assume that you are running this job on master. Okay, your default workspace would be varlib Jenkins workspace, your job name, that is your workspace.
Okay.
If you are running in master, and if you are running an client, maybe slave node, whatever the directory you given while creating the node, slash workspace slash job name slash, and that would be your workspace. Where every time your code from GitHub, latest code will be downloaded into the workspace only. Okay, so that workspace I'm cleaning up every time. So before building starts, so I'll get a fresh workspace. The previous files won't be available. So every time I'm getting the fresh job, fresh directory. That is what the delete workspace option. Actually, that is the best option. Okay, so I forgot to tell before that. Okay, please use that in any of your job. Now, yeah, so let's create a variable. Scroll up. That file name variable you have to create, right? So why I'm creating two files? Don't ask me. That is Shilpa request, because Shilpa is the owner of this job, right? Shilpa asked me. I am just doing configuring. Yeah. So string file name, default value, it's up to you. If you have any particular name, you can give it. Otherwise, just leave it. Remove it. It's up to you. String parameter mean if you want to provide default value, you can provide. Otherwise, leave it. It will ask you at runtime. Save it. Now build with parameters. See master, so leave it master. File name, give any name. Some test or something, whatever you need. Whatever Shilpa needs, Shilpa give that. So here the one more parameter also I used, build underscore number. I'm not defining it because by default, what is the current build? I mean, what is the next build if I run it? Already 4 builds completed. So
Right.
the current one would be fifth one. Right? Automatically that number 5 will be replaced with that build underscore number. That is a predefined number. It will pick it from job itself. You no need to define it. Only so that is what predefined user variable means. You are providing it. You have to create a. You have to define under that build with parameterize. Some option is there. Right? You have to define there. That is called as user parameter. You are providing manually, and I mean you are defining it. Whereas predefined mean already you will get it from Jenkins. I will show you what are the predefined variables. How many predefined variables we do have. Now build it. So guys, any confusion in parameter? Very actually very useful stuff. This parameter concept. You have to understand. Please let me know if you don't understand. I will explain one more time. Don't hesitate, guys. Don't feel bad, like so maybe you others may think bad, something like that. I'm always ready to explain you. Something failed. What is the reason? Why it's failed? Not find the revision to build. Verify the repository and brand configuration for this. It's
Like
not able to pick.
when we said touch file name, where is it trying to touch the file?
In workspace.
Okay.
But leave it about that. Your job itself failed. It is saying that could not find any revision to build. Verify the repository and branch configuration of the file. So it seems the branch it's not taking somehow. It's not picking up. Can you open that GitHub repository? Just click on that link itself. You have that Git repository. Yes, click on it. So do we have master branch? Definitely we should have, right? So why it's not taking master branch? Is
Yeah,
spelling wrong? Is there any
yesterday
spelling wrong?
it
Go
was
back.
working with master.
Yeah. Master, correct only. Open it. Master, correct only. Any space in that? Go back to configure. So after master, is there any space? Just click on that line. I think space is there. Okay, now save it. Okay, try now. Build with parameters. Actually, the first step, checkout step itself failing. So it won't go to the next step. Give the file name. You have to give file name. Then only it will do. Yeah. I think it's working now. Yeah, there was a space. I think that's the reason. Can you go to your workspace? You can see those two files now, apart from your code. So what is the workspace, guys? cd/where. So you are with CentOS user. Switch to root or Jenkins user. Then only you can see that. Sudo space -i. cd/var/lib/jenkins/workspace/ your job name /your job name. What is your job name? Test build. E small. Enter. ls. So see guys. So did I given number 6? Nowhere I given number 6. See, automatically the file was created. Number 6. Even the test file also got created. So again run it one more time. Build with parameters. Now file number 7 will be created automatically. So give some other number, maybe test1, test-roja. See, now test-roja file will be created and the number 7 file also will be created. Now go back to workspace. So if at all you have requirement, you can use that number, maybe that parameter. I'm showing just example. Don't think that why that build number file I have to create. It doesn't matter now. It's out of scope. Okay, it's a Shilpa request and I'm just following it. So it will come up. Just a minute. So just go out and come back. Yeah. Do it. See, I got number 7 file. Did I given anywhere create 7 number file? Did I given anywhere? I used variable, that build underscore number variable. And yesterday also, did you remember when I receive an email, I'm getting build number, build status, job name also. Anywhere did I mention that? So can you go to Jenkins main page, home page? Jenkins home page. So go to that configure system, manage Jenkins, configure system. So where are you? What is this?
Oh, sorry. I went to.
No. I asked manage Jenkins, then configure system. So I told you right from where it is picking up. So you have that extended mail settings. From there it is picking. Just I given a variables there. I did not configure. I did not define them. So automatically come down. Somewhere you can see the mail settings, right? Come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Wait. See, default subject, project name, $project name. Again, it is a variable. So predefined variable. I no need to define it. Okay, so in entire Jenkins job, anywhere I can use it. $project name. It will take your job name. $build number. It will take it. So $build number means the current build. How many builds? Which build it is running now? Build status. Okay. Can you go back to Jenkins? Your job. Go to freestyle job. Configure. So how many predefined like variables I do have? Come down. How can I know that? Come down. Come down. Come down. Go to the build step. Yeah, here can you click on that? The list of available variables. Predefined variables. You no need to define them. Already Jenkins, it will take these values from the job or maybe from the Jenkins console. So branch details, tag name, tag and build number, build ID, build display name, job underscore name. You can use these variables based on your requirement. I want to create a file. Go back to your job, maybe configure one more time. Here, what I want to do, I want to create a file with my job name, then build number both together. So what I would do, so touch Do in this way. Touch dollar. Okay. Build number underscore. Maybe you can use the same line. Underscore. Yeah. So again, one file only I'm creating. So build number underscore my job name. It should come like this. Again, dollar variable build underscore, sorry, job underscore name. So do we have job underscore name variable? Go back to the other script. Just check it. I don't think so. It's project name or come down. Yeah, job underscore name is there. Yes. Go back. Job underscore name. That's a predefined value. So every time what will happen? Number 7. Sorry, you build number underscore your job name. So it will create like this the file. If at all required, you can give that. Otherwise, it's up to you. So whatever the so why every time I have to provide this file name in runtime? Because that is the user variable. You given as a string variable. So obviously I have to create every time. Now check it. Just come out and go back again. See? Did I given like 8 underscore test build? No, right? I haven't hard coded. Automatically it will be. This is what variable, guys. So variable means it doesn't have a particular value. It has many values. So based on your requirement, you will choose at runtime. Maybe you will take default values, something like that. Okay. So in any job, in under your job, anywhere you can use a variable concept. You can use a predefined variable, and you can use user defined variables also. Wherever it is possible, wherever it is required, I'll provide like that. Okay. This is the variable concept, guys. Now go back to your Jenkins. Sorry, so configure. Now let's talk about one more type of job. Yesterday I showed pipeline job, right? So in pipeline, go to pipeline job. Go to pipeline job. Configure. Come down. Here I can have pipeline job in one more way also. Instead of writing my pipeline job here, can you copy this all this syntax script, whatever script you written, right? Copy all the things into notepad. So guys, I can write in one more way also my pipeline script. Copy karo. Are you sure everything is copied? I don't think so. I'll not copied. Is everything copied?
Yes, Amar. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the close
Okay.
of pipeline.
Yes, you're right. Everything is copied. Now go back to that Jenkins job. So guys, a pipeline script I can write in. So I can provide a pipeline script one more way also. Remove everything, all the code from here. Instead of directly providing my script here, I can add this script into my GitHub also. Can you here definition is there, right? Can you drop down in the definition? Yeah, above. Yeah, pipeline script from SCM. So come down here. Provide your SCM. Provide your Git. So provide your GitHub details. So what I will do mean, instead of providing direct pipeline script into my job, so I can place my pipeline job in my GitHub also, and that GitHub details I can provide here. Okay. So every time what will happen? So do you have that Java code?
Um, I don't think so. I just created.
Then please provide my file, my GitHub details. So let me provide my GitHub details. Just a minute. Because we have written a Maven code, right? So it will expect Java code. Otherwise, no, you cannot do that.
Like I just have the basic class definition.
Maybe I don't think so. It may work. It may not work. So just I'll
I
provide
can
my
add.
Maven code. I just pinged GitHub details. My GitHub details. So provide that GitHub detail and credentials and which branch. So as of now, go with master only. Now save it. That's fine. Now save this file. So now can you open my GitHub details? My GitHub. I'll provide you my credentials.
Uh,
Customer. Can you log in with my credentials so that you can place Jenkins file? So I'm providing you. I'm pinging you in WhatsApp. I just pinged in WhatsApp. Open my GitHub now. Log out with your account first. Log in with my account. So here guys, okay, the same script only I'm placing into my GitHub, and this GitHub details I'm providing in that job. So in job, nothing is there. Only my GitHub details are there. That's it. So is it asking verification code? I don't know. So okay, let me check in
on
my
your
email.
yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Three six zero 610. Here, go to that. Just directly open that link. I given one link, right? That GitHub link. Open it directly. Hmm. Enter. Now here in master branch, there in my job I given master branch only, right? So in the same branch, create a Jenkins file. Create a new file. I think it's already there. Can you open Jenkins file? So already there. It seems I created for last time. Go back. So the file name should be Jenkins file, guys. Jenkins file, jcaps. Open it. So your pipeline script you have to place here in GitHub. Just edit it and remove everything and place your pipeline script. Yeah, now save it. So this is one more way you can create your pipeline. So everything your pipeline script, and this GitHub details you will provide in your job. So what is the advantage here? Why should I do like this instead of providing my pipeline script in my job? Okay, so why should I do it in a Jenkins file? Save this. Means let's assume that I do have number of developers. Okay, maybe security purpose I don't want to give access to my Jenkins for them, but they have to do changes to their job, to their configuration whenever it is required. So in that case, if this is the best practice, instead of having your pipeline script in your Jenkins console, if you provide your job in GitHub, it is like their GitHub only, their branch only. Obviously, they can do changes whenever it is required. It's their responsibility if something corrupted, right? If they do and if it is corrupted, it's their response. They are the responsible persons. We can track it also, right? Who did what? We can revert it also if at all required. So that is how the pipeline. Again, in pipeline also I can define my variables. I can define string variable. I can define like a choice variable in pipeline also. Now one more thing I want to show. So what is the time now, guys? 11 o'clock, right? Okay. Can we make it next class then? It's enough for today. Okay. So in next class, I will show you the like one more type of job called as multi-branch pipeline. Okay, so multi-branch pipeline, and also I will show you how to again use Docker and Kubernetes with Jenkins, how to integrate, and also I'll give you maybe so guys. I want to show one more thing. I'll give you one link, just a minute, YouTube link. So you have some sample projects there. Can you try to create them so that it will be clear for you as well? Just a minute. I'll give you those sample projects. So guys, can please everybody, so let me ping you in chat itself. Can you open this YouTube channel? So you have some sample projects here. I pinged you in chat. So meanwhile, you have 2 days time, right? So guys, simply listen. It won't work out. Please, please try to set up the stuff. So right hand side, Can you just come down right hand side slowly? Wait, slowly, slowly. Somewhere you can see the projects, the project one, project two, something like that. You can see. Come down in the list. You have some projects. Come down, come down. So what happened? Why it's taking this much time? Yeah. So simple DevOps project one, project two. Below you have, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So it has 4 projects actually. Can you please try to set up at least 2, guys, in these 2 days, so that you'll get good exposure? And please let me know once you have done. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay?
You were talking about the DevOps 1, DevOps 2, not the mini one, right?
No, not mini one. Here, simple DevOps project one,
Okay.
project two, something 4 projects it has. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe can I share my screen? I'll show clearly. I don't know. Actually, it's stucking for me for your screen.
No, even for me, I'm not sure why the YouTube is not moving.
Okay, so let me share my screen in that case. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, guys.
Okay.
So these are the one I'm asking. Project one, project two. This one, project one, project two. So it has Git, Jenkins, Ansible, and I think project three. Where is project three? Yeah, it has Git, Jenkins, Docker, and project four also should be there. Yeah, project four. So guys, can I expect? Because if you do all these stuffs, then only if you do all these stuffs, then only you can make it, guys. So Jenkins is very important. Please concentrate on more on Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, then AWS, Git. These 5 are mandatory for any like DevOps engineer. Without these, if you have good knowledge, good exposure in these 5 tools, you will have a good career. Okay, please concentrate on more on these 5 apart from the other tools. Even in interviews also, if you can answer all these questions for these 5 tools, it will be enough, well and good. Definitely they can hire you. They will hire you. Okay, so please do it, guys. Please, you need more practice. Then only you can. Simply listening, it won't work out at all. Yeah. Okay then, guys. I'm expecting those projects, at least 2 projects from everybody.
Yeah,
Then
Amar,
only you can.
can you please ping that link in WhatsApp group?
Just a minute. So how many are interested? How many can do that? The above one is has sample DevOps projects. Yeah, I sent it. Okay, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Again on Monday we'll see the other types of jobs again. Yeah.
So,
Okay then, guys.
do you need the whole WebLogic setup to show a different kind of job?
Not exactly. not required. Only that Maven setup is enough. You can integrate later.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay then, guys. So thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.